Good afternoon everybody and welcome to another video. So you join us in Wiltshire, you join us near the Devizes branch line, which is just back there in the background, and you join us stood on a curve. Now, if you want to know a little bit more about this curve, that's not as exciting as it gets. If you want a bit more about an old ironworks, an old tramway, and more importantly, an old tunnel, you need to join us on today's adventure.
Try to catch up with my
Right, we've also got an old picture which we got from Wiltshire County Council, I think, online, which shows the tramway going over a bridge next to the canal or above the canal. And we thought it might be quite nice to try and replicate that photo. Now, it obviously must have been taken pre 1889. I mean, when were cameras invented? A long time ago. What have you learned, Rebecca?
Not a lot.
Okay, this is good. We found the sign. We've done a lot of research on this already, so we know kind of the history of it. It's also got a sketch of the picture, drawing by Peter Hicks based on a photo of the ironworks, sometime between 1873-1876, taken from just below this very spot. Right, we had every intention of replicating that photo.
That's the bridge.
There's the bridge. The bridge has been replaced recently because it was in a complete state of disrepair. It was also very dangerous because it had like a very, very sharp hump, so they straightened it out quite a lot. So we're not going to get the original bridge in the shot, but we'll try and have a look anyway.
Despite of everything I saw, it's slowing down time, changing all the laws. Try to catch it with my hands.
Right, so trying to replicate this photo, that line there is a red herring because it's parallel to the wall there. Now the wall down there is literally here, so it's parallel here, so it indicates the line's there. But the line went down there. That line there over the bridge, so there was another bridge straight over there. That line there is the line we just walked on or came from down there. So it doesn't quite add up. This line doesn't quite add up, so it needs some more research from above, because even on their map there's no line here. Strange. So let's give this a little context as to why this picture is confusing us. This is the wonderful rail map online, and the horizontal line you see here is the Devizes branch line. Branching off to the south is the Ironworks tramway that we are on and trying to find, the curve of which we've just walked around now. The line went over the canal, over a bridge adjacent to the current road bridge. Here is an old map which shows the main alignment and the two bridges. Now, the picture we have clearly shows this, but it also shows a line in the foreground running parallel to the canal. This isn't on any old map we can find, hence our mild state of confusion. Alright, so we can't replicate the view because of the trees and the hedge line, but we can at least walk back up now into the ironworks and try and find the old tunnel. How was that experience for you, Rebecca?
Very balancy.
Today's video should be titled How to Get Over Styes Without Touching Them With Your Hands.
Yes, done a lot of that.
I think we've done well there, right?
Yeah, we have.
That bridge would have come over here, up, and up that line up there. And that's where we think, on the right hand side, were the three big smelting towers for the ironworks. So the ironworks were open, we think, in around 1857, 1858, and we think they were the reason why Seand railway station was positioned where it was, to serve the massive potential freight that was going to come from this ironworks. So they started mining the ironstone that was here, and they started smelting it on site. They then transported what would be next, the next product of that, to South Wales. South Wales and its industry there moaned that it was not a good quality. They started shipping it to other places, I think up in Staffordshire, with little success because of the price to get it from here up to Staffordshire made it basically not economical at all. Half the reason we're here today is to see if there's anything we can see in the landscape. We think there probably is, but also most importantly to see if we can find the old tunnel that one of our relatives said is here and he has seen himself. Well, it's difficult to make out any tramway now because obviously it's over to the right, but you can see what is possibly like an old incline just there. You can see some areas where they've quarried here. You can see some quarry areas over there, and apparently there's a lot more that way, which is where we're heading to the old tunnel. Again, we've no concept of what tunnel it is. We know that obviously it did have a rail right up to it at one point, so it could have been a quarry tunnel. Apparently this was an open mine. Yeah, it doesn't really help us with the clues. So just down there in the distance, by the warehouses, is Seine Station, and it did last the time as well. So obviously served the village of Seine as well as time went on after 1900. Despite the fact that it was probably about a mile from Seine and Seine-Cleeve, the villages. So we had two possible locations for this tunnel. This is obviously clearly man-made. This walkway, uphill walkway, this earthworks either side here. And here's one possible location for what we're looking for. Oh, there it is. Is that an arch?
Is that an arch underneath all that rubble?
I don't think it is.
You're not?
Well, it might be, but let's get closer. Yeah, I was thinking was there. Looks like a curve, but I'm not so sure. Right, we're going with a probably no. We're still confused about this here because it looks like it's curved, it looks like it's been touched in, it looks like this has been filled up to it, but the question marks are, there's nothing obvious other than that, and if there was going to be a tunnel, it would be here. Right, okay, let's walk up the hill then. Right, so we think that was a negative. So we've come a little bit further to the west, where we think we might have a bit more success. Right, we've really no idea now which bit we're at, but we think there's an old rail up here somewhere.
Are you?
Not very successful. I don't even know if we're in the right place. There's
Sort of
definitely
rummaging.
like something. Could be an old quarry tunnel.
Mm.
Big rock above. Wasn't anything obvious railway tunnel wise, like nothing arched. Got some pictures, but I can't really see them until we get back and have a look at them. But we'll have a quick look around and see if there's anything else.
Okay.
This is the level that I was on when I was looking for the tunnel here. We're stood on, flat level there, and it went into that hedgerow there, which is where I was searching. Maybe we did find it, maybe those pictures that I took were it. But certainly this is the level that that line went in on the old map that we saw. Yeah, not sure. This is a bit of a sketchy one, isn't it?
Is it indeed?
So I'm not sure what this little video is going to bring, or has brought, but other than cute lambs. But this has been the short tale of the Abandoned Ironworks and its failure despite the good quality ironstone that was here. Apparently first discovered in 1666. We're trying not to scare lambs, but we probably are scaring lambs. But in the meantime, we will see you obviously next week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, etc. Check out Rebecca's YouTube channel too, which is Rebecca's Nest. If you like this one, you'll like that one, obviously. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.